Hey, you're listening to Wrestling Roundup, FreeFM 89.0. Your host Grady Hooker. We'll start it off with this day in history for the 27th of September. 1993, there was a WWF Raw. The Quebecers managed to defeat the team of the 1-2-3 Kid and Barry Horowitz. In 1999, WWF had a pay-per-view called Breakdown. There was a triple threat for the WWF Championship. Stone Cold defended his title against Kane and The Undertaker, but the match was thrown into controversy as Kane and The Undertaker both pinned Austin simultaneously. And in 1999, there was a WCW Nitro six-man main event. Sting ended up taking Hulk Hogan out earlier in the show, leaving Ric Flair and Bret Hart on their own against the team of Sting, Lex Luger, the Total Package, I think he wanted himself to be called, and Diamond Dallas Page, but the match ended up falling into chaos, as do most of WCW's main events. And in 2004, WWE Raw had a no DQ match for their main event. Batista took on Randy Orton, but the rest of Evolution ended up helping Batista pick up the win over Orton. And in 2012, TNA Impact main event was Austin Aries and Jeff Hardy. They defeated the team of Bobby Roode and Bully Ray, but the Aces and Eights managed to continue to run wild all over TNA. So we'll go to our classic entrance theme of the week. It's going to be Ric Flair's. And you're back with Wrestling Roundup, FreeFM 89.0, Grady Hooker, and live via Skype right now I've got Josh.
Yo.
We'll jump into Raw. That actually started off with Daniel Bryan's title celebration before Triple H came in and interrupted it.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan got his moment to shine, the moment to start off the show as WWE Champion.
But it didn't last long.
It didn't last long because Triple H came out and pulled the rug right from up under him.
Yeah, I gotta admit, I did not see the fast count at all until they replayed it.
Yeah, wasn't supposed to see it until the replay, and I think that's added to the actual emotional impact when Daniel Bryan comes out with the championship, only for Triple H to come out and rain on his parade.
Yeah, Scott Armstrong definitely threw Bryan under the bus there.
Yeah, he sure did.
Bryan it was absolutely brilliant the way they worked this. And I love the fact that it leaves a possibility for one of Armstrong's sons, the Road Dogg, to get involved in the storyline. But it's probably more likely he would get involved on the side of the Rhodes half of the storyline.
Fair enough. I think the interesting part was Triple H didn't give the title straight back to Orton.
Yeah, that was something that shocked me because I would have bet money that Daniel Bryan comes out, celebrates, you strip the title, and the match is reversed from Night of Champions, and the title is returned to Randy Orton. But that didn't happen. And that's a good thing.
Yeah. Orton didn't see it as a good thing and actually got a little ballistic backstage.
Yeah. Well, he should be better for business then.
Fair enough. They did want the old Orton back.
Yeah, they want the legend killer. The man that ran roughshod over Raw from 2007 to 2009. Punting legends. Punting CM Punk.
Fair enough. The first match that was actually on the card, Dean Ambrose took on Dolph Ziggler.
I wasn't exactly sure why we were getting this match again 24 hours after we just seen it. It was a good match. They gave him quite a bit of time for a Raw match. But obviously it sets up to continue the feud and to have a rubber match again for the United States Championship.
But where do you think that one's going to happen? On a Raw or a pay-per-view or what?
I think it'll be on a TV, probably SmackDown, since SmackDown is less important.
Just shove it, put it under the rug, nobody will notice it happened.
Yeah. Nobody cares about SmackDown anyway.
Fair enough. Backstage, Stephanie McMahon's still bossing Big Show around.
Yeah, I don't really like this part of the storyline. I mean, the Big Show's playing it off really well for as over the top as he has to be. But I just it defies logic. I mean, are we really supposed to believe the Big Show is broke
Yes.
when he rides around in a bus, a former tour bus?
You're not meant to know that.
I mean, there are stretches that you can make, and there are stretches that you just simply cannot. And this is one of them.
Fair enough. Up next, we got a short but sweet little match between Fandango and R Truth.
Yeah, it was a nice little match, and I absolutely love that top rope leg drop of Fandango.
Yeah, we haven't been seeing it lately, though, because Fandango's been losing a lot.
No, but when we do, it's a thing of beauty. But I worry that it could cause problems for his career down the road if he continues to use it.
True.
I'm also concerned that he'll end up being the next Kofi Kingston and be stuck in the mid-card for his entire career.
Well, it's better than being stuck back down on NXT.
True.
But up next was the segment when Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, came out.
It was nice to see Dusty on Raw. He's been removed from his position as the NXT general manager. But it was a nice segment. Dusty really doesn't have the mic skills anymore he used to have.
Fair enough.
But it was, and Stephanie, she plays her role Alza perfectly.
Okay.
She is, I think she is a naturally born witch, and she plays it so well that you almost have to believe that that's her real personality.
Yeah. Although she did try and be nice and give him a gift voucher.
Yeah, the Bed Bath and Beyond. That's kind of like giving a young person a ticket to a spa.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of pointless.
Fair enough. But she did also give him an ultimatum. We'll either rehire Cody Rhodes or we'll rehire Goldust.
But the choice is yours. We will only hire one. And of course, Dusty will not choose between his sons.
And I quote, "Go to hell."
Yeah. Which resulted in Stephanie turning on the witch mode and ordering Big Show to knock him out.
Well, he didn't have to knock him out. He could have let the Shield decimate him.
Yeah, but that was his mentor, the guy that he really depended on when he first broke in.
Fair enough.
So he knocked him out, and I love that he caught him so that he didn't fall over, because at Dusty's age, 67, that's not something you need to have happen.
Yeah. Okay, well, on the Rhodes family, we can jump to our current entrance theme of the week. It's Cody Rhodes' Smoke and Mirrors. And you're back with Wrestling Roundup. FreeFM 89.0, Grady, Hooker, and Josh. We'll jump straight back into Raw where we left off. The Funkadactyls and Brie Bella teamed together to take on Oksana, Layla, and Alicia Fox.
Yeah, we got a furthering the Total Divas angle. The best part of this whole match was Natalya and AJ on commentary.
Well, Natalya was barely on commentary.
Yeah, but I mean, it was just they were more important than the actual match.
Yeah, AJ and her witchy powers broke Natalia's headset.
Yeah. I'm guessing we're going to see a one-on-one match at Battleground between these two.
It's definitely what it looks like it's leading up to.
Yeah. And that'll probably be when Natalya wins the Divas Championship.
Sure. The next match was Mr. Money in the Bank, Damien Sandow, taking on RVD.
What is up with Damien Sandow's and his short matches of late? You would think that they would give him a chance to really show off, even if he's not going to win a match. Give him 5 minutes, not 2.5.
Fair enough.
But I guess he just needs more time to go and eat his briefcase.
Yeah, om nom nom. They did screw up the music though after the match. Just a quick note, somebody probably just got fired then. Talking about firing people, segue. Triple H in the next segment fires Scott Armstrong.
Yeah, for his... that was interesting. And it definitely then opens the door for Jesse James to get involved in some part of the storyline.
Yeah.
If they want to go that route.
Fair enough.
Since he is the son of Scott Armstrong.
Or
the brother of Scott Armstrong.
Yeah. Up next, Randy Orton took on The Miz and definitely showed his ruthless side.
Yeah, we got a double count out here, which is weird. But The Miz, hopefully, we won't see The Miz for a while after this attack.
Come on, he only broke his neck. That's like a 1-2 days tops.
Yeah, crushed his thorax.
Psh.
We'll probably see him next week anyway.
Yeah.
But I would think it would be best if they kept him off TV for about a month. And then bring him back as the cocky villain that we all know and loathe.
Fair enough. Up next was how do I describe it? A very awkward segment between Ryback and Heyman.
Sometimes awkward is funny, though.
Yeah. Sometimes awkward's just awkward.
I found this segment funny. I found it very funny. Ryback and Heyman get to celebrate that they beat Punk and that Heyman successfully pinned CM Punk. And we get to see a little bit of an evolution on the Ryback character as a Paul Heyman guy.
Yeah, but then you got the awkward little kiss to finish it off.
And that was the most funniest part of the whole thing for me.
Fair enough. Some American humor there.
Yeah.
That transitioned pretty fast into the number one contenders match. The Real Americans took on the Usos, who took on Tons of Funk.
Yeah, this was a great tag team match. Triple threat elimination match. I'm still not sure why the number one contenders from the previous night weren't part of this match.
They're busy getting ready with Justin Gabriel and Zack Ryder.
Yeah, they must be in catering to eating.
Yep.
But it was weird, but the Usos are now the number one contenders for the tag team championships. But who knows when they'll actually get that match.
Yeah.
Because it's not looking like there'll be the tag teams titles will be defended at Battleground.
Just biff the match on SmackDown. Problem solved.
Now, let's put it on the Raw before the pay-per-view.
Okay. Well, next we got a small little Wyatt promo to make sure we didn't forget about them.
Yep, gotta have the creepy Wyatts.
And then we hit the main event. Daniel Bryan took on Roman Reigns.
And this was Roman Reigns' best match by far. And honestly, I'm not saying that just because Daniel Bryan was in the match. Roman Reigns carried himself well in this match. And I think he's really showing his Samoan heritage and the fact that he has worked so hard to become where he is now.
Yeah.
I think Roman Reigns is preparing him, is going to be a star. I don't know as big of a star as he will be, but I'm almost certain he will be a star.
Fair enough. At the end of the match, though, we actually saw 10 roster members come out for the save to save Bryan.
That's something you've been asking for.
Yeah.
They're booking for you again.
Definitely. They've been listening to the show, they're hearing my opinions, and they're going, shit, that's some good ideas.
Yeah. But yeah, it was nice to see the locker room revolt against the Shield and Orton and the corporation, and just absolutely, and then pick up Daniel Bryan on their shoulder as if anointing him the new locker room leader.
Yeah. Would have liked a bit higher caliber of people, but I can't complain.
Well, we really have no choice on that, though.
Yeah.
Because Sheamus is gone, Cena's gone. They took out the Miz, and Punk was missing because of the attack from Ryback the night before.
True. But jumping over to SmackDown, it seems Vicky can complain about this.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the heck they're doing with that. I mean, it's kind of like she was contradicting Triple H in this whole series of events that they did that night on SmackDown.
Yeah, she set an 11 versus 3 handicap gauntlet match.
Yeah, which would be 3-on-1.
11 times.
Yeah, which I think we saw 10 times actually.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
5. I think they broke the record for most matches on one show.
If you count them as separate matches.
Yeah.
But, yeah, then straight after it, Triple H pretty much ended the match and screamed at Vicky.
Yeah, which then goes back to reminding you, he fired her in the first place.
Yeah.
Only to have Vince hire her for the SmackDown position.
Again, you meant to forget that.
Yeah. But I'm not sure what they're going at with this possible power struggle. It's very clear that Vicky's trying to be a villain again. But the 10, as has been dubbed, got punished for what they done.
Yeah, Triple H did try and give Zack Ryder and Justin Gabriel a fair match.
Fair by meaning the Wyatts.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice to see the Wyatts get a step up in competition from tons of Funk.
Yeah. Definitely a better match than their Tons of Funk matches.
Yeah. But I was happy to see the ending, because anytime Zack Ryder gets beat up, I'm happy.
Okay. Although Triple H did reward one of the 10. He rewarded RVD and gave him a title shot at Battleground.
Which we all knew was going to come anyway.
Yeah.
Based on the ending of the World Heavyweight Championship match, at Night of Champions. So that was interesting. I'm still not sure what the heck they're doing with Triple H. One minute he's a villain, one minute he's on the side of the good guys. I don't know. It's strange.
Well, if you believe Michael Cole, Triple H was in a conspiracy in cahoots with Alberto Del Rio to distract RVD enough that Alberto can attack him afterwards.
That's not actually a bad theory, though. But it's completely off base, though. Because I don't think he actually cares about his World Heavyweight Champion.
Fair enough. Talking Talking about Alberto Del Rio, he did get a match with R Truth.
It was a decent match. Our Del Rio won with the cross arm breaker.
Predictable.
Yeah.
And we've sort of missed a few. Let's time teleport back to the start of SmackDown. AJ Lee took on Naomi.
And that was a good Divas match. I really do love that submission finisher of AJ's.
The Black Widow.
Yeah, the Black Widow. That is a beautiful hold.
And I'm pretty sure she said she's going to make all of the Total Divas tap out to it.
Wouldn't be surprising. I'm wondering who taught her that move, though. Because she never used it until she started her run with Caitlyn.
Yeah. Who knows? If we jump to the next match, we got Jack Swagger taking on Santino.
Hey, I love that Santino's back and that he got one over on Jack Swagger, who was actually at this show because he was allowed to be there. Because he's not allowed to leave the country like when they went to Canada.
Yeah. It was a backslide, I'm pretty sure. Nice sneaky ending.
See, yeah, he won with the black side.
And I know my stuff when I'm reading off my notes. Straight after that, though, we're going back to the old Ryback now when he took on some random jobber nobody really cares about.
Yeah, I feel sorry for this Nick guy. He got killed by Ryback. But he got a good payday out of it, so congratulations on that.
Yeah, no, it all paid up. Now we're going to teleport back to the end of SmackDown. We got the main event, The Shield took on the Usos and Daniel Bryan.
And this was a great six-man tag. The Usos are really coming into their own now. And they may actually be the tag team that takes the titles off of Rollins and Reigns. And then, of course, Daniel Bryan's been feuding with these guys all year, so they all know each other very well on that end. So, but it was nice to see the Usos do a double super kick.
Yeah.
On Dean, and then Daniel Bryan connect with his running knee to win the match.
Fair enough. It was a great combo.
Yeah. The Usos work really great together, which it should be no surprise since they are twin brothers.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's been great talking to you.
It's been great being on.
So there weren't that many birthdays this week. I could only find a couple. Stephanie McMahon, current WWE Authority figure, turned 38, and former WWE and TNA wrestler Matt Hardy turned 40. But there was quite an eventful weekend over here in New Zealand. We had IPW's Sacrifice or Surrender. Mason Daniels rolled up Antonio to win the match. And in some women's action, Brittany managed to defeat Olivia Shaw after an extreme makeover. And later on in the card, Evie hit a double stomp and a TTYL to defeat Megan Kate, while the champion, Emmy Driver, sat at ringside, being very interested in the matches. Back at the start, Elias hit a big boot and managed to pin Pat Shisk, but after the match, Pat Shisk attacked Elias's knee to get the last laugh. Liger defeated Joel Clementson, if you counted a win, via disqualification after Liger prodded Pirate Burns and he attacked him. The Ipw Tag Team Championship was also on the line. Jacob Cross and Aaron Henry managed to defeat TNT after TK Cooper was hit with a double crucifix powerbomb. And in the main event, James Shaw and Kingy got some redemption as they defeated Vinnie Dunn and Ty Cade. Vinnie Dunn was actually pinned after a silencer superkick and a DVD. IPW have already announced one match for their upcoming show, Nightmare Road Right to Reclaim. It's on October 19th at the Linfield Rec Centre, The main event's going to be a blindfold match for the IPW World Heavyweight Championship. Vinnie Dunn will defend his title against James Shaw. That show will also see the return to New Zealand of Travis Banks. It's also a Halloween-themed show, so there's going to be a Halloween dress-up contest. Dress up and win some prizes. And TK Cooper's promised that if you dress up as TNT or an old-school Brother T, and you show up to their merch table, you can have some free merchandise. So that's it for Wrestling Roundup for this week. Visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/Wrestling Roundup Radio, or our Twitter page, twitter.com/Wrestling R Radio, and I'll see you next week.